This is Steve Canny from Still Mind Aikido in Westchester, New York. The founder of Aikido imparted his weapon system in its complete form only to the senior student Sugano Sensei and the Iwama tradition. And it is in that tradition that we train. So in this video, we're going to just pull out a couple of areas to show a little bit about how we train in the weapon system. The weapon system increases the intensity of practice, and it provides a lot of tools which we can then use in the empty-handed practice. And the purpose of it, the weapons is really the advanced form of training in Aikido. It's very important. We do somewhere between a third and a half of our time training weapons in the dojo. So what we're going to do is we're going to show what we call a wase, or blending practice, where we take apart one simple movement and we work at it at a slow level, and then we'll do it at a fast level, which is challenging. Bear in mind, when you do this quickly, you need to train for many years to make sure you have self-control so you can do it safely. Fortunately, we have people who have done that, as you will see. And then we will do a sword against sword kata that will sort of illustrate some of the principles of Aikido. So let's get started. Okay, let's start out with the wase practice. So we start out in a step-by-step practice here. So actually, you attack me first. We start out with skikomai. I open. Hop! Yeet! Hop! Notice developing strong hips. Now I attack. Hop. Right. 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 Again, you need to have strong hips. Let's see where that comes into play. Now we will speed it up. Up. The point is, when I'm moving forward here, I can move forward. I can also move back. I can go forward fast, but I can stop and move back if I have strong hips, like we talked about in the practice. But if I'm like this, when I go forward, I go here and I need to suddenly back up, my hips come up. So that's the same problem that we were talking about.
Let's break down the first movement for backing up. Notice how my hips sink to generate the power to back up. Now notice that when I land on my right leg, my hips are settled and I'm not anticipating. So I actually have the ability to switch in direction and go forward or backward at that point. Here I'm really highlighting what's going on in the practice. The last time Jason went to thrust towards me, he knew he was going to have a problem if I turned around and attacked him suddenly and quickly. He wouldn't be able to change directions quickly enough. So instead of really coming after me, he stopped and started to back up before he thought I was actually going to strike. So there wasn't really a committed attack. So to show him that, I stopped rather than attack him. And it really highlighted the fact that his last attack wasn't really a genuine attack. He wasn't really going after me. So when I invited him to attack me, I started to back up. But when I blocked, instead of backing up with the block, I blocked and moved into him. That really forced him to change direction very quickly. And that was the problem that Jason was having. So I was really highlighting what he was doing. Then at the end of my 3 strikes towards him, the third one, I pulled it back a little bit at the end because I didn't want to hit him. But you can see my stance. My stance at the end was neutral. I had the ability to go forward or to go backward at that point. So this is an excellent form of practice. If you've studied your basics well from the beginning and you develop strong hips, then when you're moving quickly, you become very versatile. You can change direction very easily and keep your balance and composure. You build confidence and then develop a more relaxed practice as well.